Hey, Divine Feminines. Thank you for joining me for your collective reading. Whew, y'all, forgive me. I just got through laughing hysterically. So now my eyes watering and burning a little bit. I was watching this video on Instagram. This guy was laying on a hammock and somebody pulled a prank on him. He in the hammock, he knocked out. He gone in another realm, out of here. And somebody dropped like a long, big ass toy snake on him. It was huge. And baby, it took him a minute to notice, but when he did, the way that man was flipping and flopping in that damn hammock, and by the time he finally made it onto the ground and out of the hammock, the way he took out running, whew, honey, that shit made me holler. I am so happy to be here with y'all. I just wrapped up the Divine Masculine reading. It was good. So if y'all tap into the Divine Masculine energies, check it out. Just saw 111. Very symbolic of the new beginnings that are in store for us. Happy New Year to y'all. If 2023 was anything like it was for me, for y'all, we made it, honey. Lord have mercy. The lessons that I learned in 2023, baby, did not come to play. But one thing that stands out the most to me is just that need for the priority of safety, and how I provide that for myself, and how I am responsible for doing the necessary when other people don't make me feel safe. And I don't necessarily mean physically unsafe, but like when people don't make me feel emotionally safe, when my nervous system is in a frenzy around you, when you have the potential to put me in the middle of some messy shit, like I have to feel spiritually, energetically safe. And that was a very huge lesson for me in 2023. So I hope that you guys have taken the time to reflect and learn your lessons. And just like with me watching that video, I hope that whatever they sent to trip you up, whatever hacks or spells or ill will, evil eye that they sent your way, I hope that as the true high priestess you are, you sitting back somewhere laughing yourself into fucking tears. I hope it's comical at this point. Their ill will towards you, or their unsuccessful efforts to see you down. I have pulled the cards, y'all. I've already pulled from the tarot and gotten some of the energy that wants to come forward, and things are shifting. Things have shifted, but they're going to begin to show themselves in the 3D, in your 3D reality soon and very soon. So continue to be patient, diligent, committed to your soul growth. And I am going to be, unlike in the Divine Masculine reading, clarifying with the Soulful Woman deck. I use the Secret Language of Light for them as I was intuitively led, but I'm intuitively led to pull from the Soulful Woman deck for the Divine Feminines. And then I'm going to clarify even more with the Oracle playlist Oracle deck by, I've had this deck for so long, I love it. The Playlist Oracle by Julissa. I got it off of Etsy, I think, some years ago. But I'm going to be pulling with that. So we'll have a little sing-along if I know the words to some of these songs. Like if I know how some of these songs go. To add some depth to the readings. And I'm going to be also reading through bibliomancy from Matt Kahn's Whatever Arises, love that. As I also did in the Divine Masculine reading. Again, if you haven't checked that one out, you're feeling led, check that out. The Divine Masculines have come a long way, and they actually have this willingness to move forward and reach middle ground and be in a more harmonious state with the divine feminine. So what we got with the tarot is the Knight of Swords. Taking decisive action. A masculine energy. Ready to come forward with more aggression. To fight for what it is they desire and seeing things from a higher perspective with this one bird flying up above. This is someone with a made up mind, honey. And at the top of the deck, we have the Chariot, which is showing you another masculine energy. But he's a young man who is on a skateboard, and he's determined. He's emanated being, what's the word I'm looking at? Illuminated by somewhat blue light. It's kind of bluish green. Symbolic of the throat chakra and also the heart chakra. With that willingness, like I said, to move forward toward victory. Everything that was once in opposition and all over the place, where their energy was fragmented, it's now in alignment and ready to move forward toward victory. And this is a fast-paced energy. Not only this Chariot, but also the Knight of Swords. And that is what's letting me know that there's some change taking place and it's coming in fast. So you got this Chariot energy represented by the number 7. And then at the bottom of the deck, you got the High Priestess. And you got the High Priestess because y'all gonna need to follow your intuition in this situation. You're gonna need to not get so excited and so giddy about whatever it is that's coming towards you that you neglect what your gut is telling you. Trust your gut. If your gut is telling you that it is in your best interest, your intuition is telling you, the signs and synchronicities are telling you that it is in your best interest to move forward in a connection or whatever is coming forward with you with this Knight of Swords, then by all means, that's what you needed to do. You need to follow the dictates of your heart and your intuition. But if you're being told to pump your brakes, just on 7-11, if you're being told to pump your brakes, take things slow, or don't move forward, then you needed to do that too. But underneath the High Priestess, you have the Knight of Cups. This is looking so good and so positive, y'all. Because with the Knight of Cups, you got a romantic offer or expression of some sort coming forward. And underneath that, you have, and I'm going to turn this deck up before we end up reading all this shit, the Lovers. J and B. Not Will and Jada, child. I actually love their relationship, even though everybody got something to say about it. I don't like the fake shit that they be putting on, but like the more we find out the truth of their connection and how unconditional it is, I love it. I love that they have had the courage to live that life, although they have not had up to this point the courage to live it out loud and before the public. But I understand why they wouldn't, because everybody got something to say. And this is probably one of those situations where it's like that too, where they would even come to me in this moment, because this is probably one of those situations where you and this Knight of Swords, Knight of Cups energy are going to have to do things your way. But unlike Will and Jada, when you're ready, when you feel it necessary, live out loud. Live in transparency. Now, of course, when something is in its infancy, when it's a new beginning or something, you want to, hold certain things sacred, keep it to yourself until you're ready to make further revelations to the world. But hell, Will and Jada talking about they been broke up in terms of been married but not really together for what, 7-10 years or some shit. Like, come on. But yeah, the Lovers, the choice between vice and virtue, and this is a coming together. So I love that for the collective. Let me line these up a little bit, and then we're gonna clarify with the Soulful Woman cards, and then dive into the playlist oracle. It's a lot of major arcana. We literally got 5 cards out here, and 3 out of the 5 are major arcana, which means that there's a major life change coming in for the Divine Feminine collective as a result of this High Priestess, Lovers, and Chariot energy. And if you were ever to have some positive energy coming in, that's it right there. The only thing missing is the sun. And you got that shining on the Lover's card. So Spirit, please clarify this message for the Divine Feminine Collective at this time. What message would you have me to bring forth for the mothers, maidens, queens, crumbs of the collective? The high priestesses and the empresses. Got two that fell out. Service as co-creation. My service, no matter how great or small, is a conscious act of co-creation with the world. This is coming through as a result of some act of kindness, some service that has been performed by you all. So it's like if you volunteer somewhere, this could be somebody who been crushing on you or like you or has feelings for you in some way. And so you have co-created by way of your service to the collective this connection. And no matter how big or small what you invested or gave to the situation, there's support, more support coming in for you as a result of the support that you've given. Because you got number 9, services co-creation, with this woman here, and she's got 2 birds here, and one is at a nest, over a nest that has 3 eggs, because there's a very fertile time approaching. Like, we just went into winter, but for many of you, with us just having the winter solstice, but for many of you, you are experiencing a spring in your life, a rebirth or a blossoming of some sort as a result of the service that you've invested in the community or into someone, and especially to yourself. And for some of you, this is not going to manifest until the spring, but whatever the case, that's a very spring-like energy. You have a waterfall there as well. I'm going to read the message of services co-creation, but we got this beautiful image here with the power of support. I am grateful for all the love and support I receive. It is the most precious of life's gifts. This is gratitude for the gifts that you've provided and you returning that gratitude. You also showing up in your divine feminine energy and gratitude of what the divine has provided for you in terms of your gifts and talents. And it's like this, that infinity symbol where what goes out, it comes back. And it goes back out, and it comes back, and it goes back out, and it comes back as a result of you standing in your power. So this is beautiful. You have a lotus above her head. Lotus is often representing what comes from the mud. Taking a murky situation, alchemizing it, and making something powerful and beautiful, fruitful of it. And she's got her eyes closed and this dot on her third eye. That's a high priestess going inward to know whether or not this is something, to confirm whether or not this is something you should nurture, and how to move forward with it, how to go about providing the nurturance in this love situation, because it is clear that this is a love message. That's dope. Top of the deck, we have dream seeds, represented by the number 42, which breaks down to a 6. I nurture my dreams with love and appreciation. There's that energy of gratitude and appreciation coming up again. And allow them to unfold in their own way. I told you, y'all done planted some seeds that have now started to blossom your wildest dreams in your 3D reality. Something you've always dreamed of starting to show itself. That egg beginning to hatch. That rosebud starting to open up and blossom. This is beautiful. And that is actually, that image there is giving me fall energy with that leaf. So it may well have been something that you did in the fall. That may be a significant time for you all. Bottom of the deck. Asking opens a pathway, represented by the number 14, which breaks down to a 5. When I ask questions of my inner being, I discover that beautiful and helpful answers always come to me. I told you, when you go inward, sitting on your throne as a high priestess, you're going to get the answers that you need, and it's going to open up pathways for you. You're going to get those answers in terms of how you need to move forward in this connection, and like what tools to use, what resources, what skills, what temperament you need to approach it from, how much you need to invest, what path to take, what direction to go in. It's all going to come from you asking in your own intuitive way and waiting on the sign to come. Because it says, when I ask questions of my inner being, that's not relying on anyone outside of you. It's asking those internal questions, going within to discover that beautiful and helpful answers always come to me. That's dope. And underneath that, this asking opens a pathway card is represented by the number 14, which breaks down to a 5, right? Then you got that chariot. So you got some fast-paced change that's coming in. And underneath asking opens a pathway, you got embracing change. Turn this damn lid go. I gotta tell you what that card underneath this one was. Embracing change. With every loss, I understand that something new is about to be birthed beyond what I can imagine. Whatever you've lost, you're about to get it back tenfold, honey. So embrace the change. If this change comes without the decrease in some area, know that things are going to increase in another. If you got to take a loss in order to embrace this situation, so be it. If it's going to require that you lose some people who aren't fond of the situation, so be it. Because what you're going to gain is going to be much more higher in value than you could ever imagine. Damn, that ain't the card I saw. It was another one. Anyway, let me stop there before I do the most. We are going to clarify this message with the playlist oracle. Spirit, please clarify the message that's coming in for the Divine Feminine Collective at this time. I love this for us because, hold on. It was 1, 2 that was sticking out that I didn't grab. We have been doing our work, Divine Feminists. We've been leading this whole way. And according to the Divine Masculine reading, we got some Divine Masculines that's ready to step up some. You know what I'm saying? They're ready to be open and a little more vulnerable about what's going on with them and where they want to go going forward. And that is a result of seeds that Divine Feminines have planted. And so that's something to be so proud of. And if the journey for you has been like it's been for me, this shit has been incredibly hard. Incredibly difficult. If it were not for my tools, the lessons leading up to this point on the journey, I don't know if I would have made it, to be honest. Like, I don't know what the outcome would have been, but it wouldn't have been fruitful. It wouldn't have been positive. It wouldn't have been high vibrational. I would have resorted to some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? But God. And so, here we have reason to celebrate here. But also, these messages that came for first card that I saw that came out was Rihanna. Sex with me so amazing. Maybe that's the choice. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's the something you need to use your high priestess energy to decide on. If you're going to give up them goods or nah. You're going to let them enter that portal, the honeycomb hideout, or nah, sis. But it says, sex with me is so amazing. All this work, no vacation. Stay up off my Instagram with your temptation. Hit a switch on a fake nigga like a station. Sex with me is so amazing. For many of you in this situation of this Knight of Swords energy of a decision being made, whether it's you making it or it's the divine masculine coming in, decisive, more aggressive, with a made up mind about this love connection. At some point, it was like sex was an option, but it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Because this particular line here is like, I'm confident in what I got going on sexually, my creative energy, my sexual energy, but I'm not a cheap thrill. You know what I'm saying? And so, I would rather head down. I'd rather be with you. Like, who sang that song? I'd rather be with you. Ooh, yes. Said I'd rather be with you. But this person was indecisive. They weren't in their Knight of Swords energy. They were more in their Page of Swords energy. Looking, lurking, watching. Stay up off my Instagram with your temptation. Yeah, lurking. And you was giving them something to see. But sex was an option, but it wasn't. If they were not showing up in divine masculine energy, because you don't accept anything less than. Hit a switch on a fake nigga like a station. You had to switch it up. Like, oh, you want some dumb shit? You want some fake shit? You're not bringing your authentic self to the table? I'm finna switch it up, because this ain't gonna work. We not in alignment at this point. So yeah, that's that Rihanna Sex With Me. And then you got Avril Lavigne, Complicated. Why'd you have to go and make things so complicated? I see the way you act like... No, that is not the way to go. That's that song, though, but this is not the way these lyrics go. But it says, I see the way you're acting like you're somebody else. Gets me frustrated. Life like this. You and you. And you crawl and you break. And you take what you get and you turn it into honesty and promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. A lot of feminists are feeling like I said, when you come through with it, say hit a switch on a fake nigga, had to like a station, you had to switch it up because this person made things complicated between you, acting different with you than they did with others, not showing you that same respect or high regard or holding you in reverence. Just saw 2222 because that was a lesson for both of y'all and how to operate in a divine connection as a divine masculine and a divine feminine. In order to be in alignment, there has to be mutual respect and mutual regard and honor for one another. And so this speaks to a time where there was imbalance, which complicated things. You know, if your counterpart held other people's feelings and time and energy and offerings in higher regard than they did yours, then yeah, you had to switch it up and show them better than you could tell them that you value yourself, that you are a woman of high regard and value and reverence. So that's dope. And you take what you get and you turn it into honesty and promise me I'm never gonna find you faking. No. That's speaking to like not being reciprocal, taking but not really giving. You know what I'm saying? And all you asking for is honesty. You want the truth, and that's not too much to ask for, sis. So you wait till you get it. And then we have Justin Bieber, Intentions. Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make them drop dead, you're a killer. Shower you with all my attention. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen cooking up, got your own bread. Heart full of equity, you're an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. I love these. So this person is coming forward, Knight of Cups, Chariot, Knight of Swords, energy, with pure intentions. They see your value. They see your worth. They want to honor that. They think you're picture perfect and don't need no filters. So you show up with no makeup on. Titties ain't got to be out. Ass ain't got to be out. However, if that's what you do, that's your business because that's your body, right? And they think you drop dead gorgeous. You a killer. And they want to shower you now with all of their attention. These are their only intentions. Stay in the kitchen, cooking up, got your own bread. They see you as someone who's independent. You know how to get out here and get it on your own. Get it out the mud. Whatever that look like for you. And it gotta be on no criminal shit. You just ain't out here with your hands out. Heart full of equity. You're an asset. Somebody who sees you as an asset and not a liability, like a lot of the people whom they have invested in times past. Possibly a lot of the people whom they chose to invest their time and energy into up to this point, when they had the choice to invest it in you. A lot of them are now coming to find that was the wrong motherfucking move. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. These are not needing a mention is you're not a clout chaser. You're not just trying to connect with them or anyone for the sake of a mention, for the sake of clout chasing, being seen and got to be on the scene and being a pick-me. That's pick-me behavior. And we definitely don't have none of those over here, right? These are divine feminine energies I'm reading for. So we have Christina Perry, 1,000 years. Time stands still, beauty and all she is. I will be brave. I will not anything take away what's standing in front of me. The Knight of Swords is a brave energy, a warrior energy. He comes through courageous, decisive, diligent, aggressive. I would not let anything take away what's standing in front of me. Every breath, every hour has come to this. One step closer, I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. This masculine energy recognizes the past life connection here with this waiting for 1,000 years. They know by sign through the divine, be it through their dreams, signs, synchronicities, or just that connection that y'all have from the moment they saw you or the moment y'all spoke, feeling the familiarity. Like, I know this person from somewhere. That soul connection. They're aware. And they're stepping closer, having gone through an ego death. I've died every day waiting for you. Because at some point when they were in their ego, they were playing this game of the runner chaser, which is significant to the twin flame journey, where they wanted you to chase them. They were hoping that the distance that they put between y'all and withholding communication, withholding providing love and care to the situation and pouring into it was going to make you pour into the situation more and chase them and pursue them. Where they do that at? Down there with the pygmies over their house. But that's not how divine feminines conduct themselves. We stand in our natural power of attraction. You know what I'm saying? And so, that being the case, you have someone now who is now in their masculine energy. You've catalyzed them to be in their masculine energy. You've co-created with them to create this journey of returning to self, remembering to remember who they were in times past as a king or an emperor. This is beautiful. So now that they see the beauty within themselves, they see the beauty within you. Time stands still. When you ain't around, time stands still. Beauty and all she is. I will be brave. That is the battery in their back. They miss you, girl. That's dope. Top of the deck, Cardi B. I cannot make this shit up, bro. You don't hit my line no more. You don't make it ring, 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 ring. I can't keep this on the low. I want you to make it ring, 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 ring. Should I call first? I can't decide. I want to, but a bitch got pride. This switching up shit is what I can't fuck with. I'm feeling you, but you hard to get in touch with. This could go two ways. Because like I said, the feminine is like, I'm feeling you, but I ain't finna chase you. You don't hit my line no more. I want you to make it ring, ring, ring. But a bitch got pride. I'm a divine feminine. I know how to sit in my rightful place as a woman who deserves love and pursuance and receptivity, who's receptive. And so I can't be blowing you up. You switching up and shit. I can't fuck with that. I'm feeling you and all. That's no denying that. But you hard to get in touch with. So when you hard to get in touch with, guess what a divine feminine does? Stop trying to touch. Stop trying to get in touch. You know my number. Bottom of the deck. Oh, damn. I gotta do this one, y'all. This is my shit. Alright, it's two at the bottom of the deck. Keisha Cole, Heaven Sent. Now you can wait your whole life wondering when it's gonna come or where it's been. You may have got your heart broken a few times in the past. Never lasts as strong as it used to. It don't feel as good as it used to before. And now the things you used to say, the things you used to do, they ran right out the door. Oh, you don't wanna be the one. Y'all better be glad I don't really know the rest of this song like that. That's what friends around told you. Cause I heard it all before. Y'all don't turn it off. I quit. But no, the lyrics are now you can wait your whole life wondering when it's gonna come or where it's been. You may have gotten your heart broken a few times in the past. Never last as strong as it used to. It don't last. It don't feel as good as it used to before. Now the things you used to say, things you used to do went right out the door. This is finding true love, first and foremost, within you, because you are heaven sent, period. But as a result of having done that work, like I said, it's been hard as hell for the divine feminines. Having done that work, God sending you your counterpart, your divine partner. If you like me, I'm at a point in life, and it ain't because I'm getting old. It's just because I've elevated, because I've raised the price, the standard. I don't want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just be on this toxic shit people be on out here where they dating for nothing. You know what I'm saying? For no purpose. Or just dating for the sake of a wedding and not necessarily marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want true, authentic connection. And I ain't settling for anything less than true, authentic connection. And so only that can come from the divine. The divine knows our hearts. And so it behooves us to stop trying to manipulate situations and stop trying to curate situations to where we try to put ourselves in situations where we cultivate these relationships with people that we want and leave God out. Basically is what I'm trying to say. You want something that's heaven sent, and this is a situation that's heaven sent at the bottom of the deck. But on top of heaven sent, we have voice to man. I'll make love to you. Close your eyes, make a wish, and blow out the candlelight. For tonight is just your night. We're gonna celebrate, ooh, all through the night. Pour the wine, light the fire. Girl, your wish is my command. I submit to your demands. I will do anything. Girl, you need only as I make love to you. Hey, like you want me to. And I'll hold you tight. Baby, all through the night I make love to you. That's my shit, y'all. So, sound like you got your answer to me. Or at least this is what somebody desires. I'm not putting my money on it that it is the masculine's desire. The feminine is like, yes, I've stepped into my sovereignty, my sexuality, even more during this time of growth and elevation and co-creating. And sex with me is amazing. But that don't mean we about to do it until you come correct, right? And this is the masculine awesome, baby. Whatever you need, only ask. You want some candles? You want some wine? We can celebrate. Fireworks? What you need. I submit to your demands. You know, society says that a woman needs to submit to a man. You got a man, a masculine energy here showing up saying, I submit to your demands. I'll do anything, girl, you need. Only ask. So he done went from taking and not being reciprocal to being willing to not only give, but give you whatever you want. I love this for us because we deserve it. Many of us up to this point have settled for less in so many different situations on so many different occasions, and I just love us being in a position to where settling for less is not even a fucking option. So congratulations. Y'all scrap up because Auntie Keita do not babysit. I am going to be reading from I didn't read anything from this the Soulful Woman did, but that's okay. I obviously didn't feel led to. I didn't see what's at the top and the bottom of the deck of the playlist oracle, so we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna read an excerpt from Whatever Rises Love That by Matt Kahn, and then we're gonna wrap this shit up because obviously y'all got some other stuff to do. You might want to start preparing, sis. Go on, shave. Unless he like it the other way around. Ain't no wrong with that. If he want that 70s porn poos, give it to him. Top of the deck, we have Pop Smoke. What you know about love? Look, baby, I said I ain't gonna front. You got my heart beating so fast to words I can't pronounce. And I be getting the chills every time I feel your touch. I be looking at the top and girl, it's only us. This is somebody who sees a future with you. You make them nervous, child. But it's a good nervousness. It's like, oh my God, look at my baby. You know what I'm saying? They heart get to beat fast. And they can't really even get their words out. They be getting the chills every time they feel your touch. I love this. So this is someone wanting to come forward and be honest. Again, that Knight of Swords energy. Look, baby, I said I ain't gonna front. Yes, we've had enough of that in this dynamic. Stop fronting. Keep it a buck. Love that. So we can get to the next phase, right? Bottom of the deck. Ooh. Y'all, hold on. Okay. Where were we? What You Know About Love by Pop Smoke. Yo, when I tell you my damn smoke detector started going off and the alarm system started going off, I'm making my little New Year's Eve meal and just had to turn myself down a little bit. But yeah, it's about to get real hot with y'all because we talking about Sex With Me Is So Amazing, and what was the other song? I'll Make Love to You by Boyz II Men. And at the bottom of the deck, 112, Peaches and Cream. Peaches and Cream, I need it because you know that I'm a fiend. Getting freaky in my Bentley limousine is even better when it's with ice cream. Know what I mean? Peaches and Cream. I need it because you know that I'm a fiend. Get freaky in my Bentley limousine. Girl, you taste so good. To me, it's even better when it's with ice cream. Ooh, girl, I need it. I gotta have it. It's always on my mind. I need it all the time. Peaches and cream. You know that I'm getting freaky in my limousine. When you got with ice cream. Know what I mean? Peaches and cream. Y'all, this song here is special to my heart. It's my nickname amongst my homeboys. Don't ask me why they call me Peaches, but they do. And they won't tell me why. And I got a feeling it's because my booty shaped like a peach, but who knows? Whatever the case, I have answered to it. So it is what it is. But yeah, 112 with the Peaches and Cream, y'all, is nasty. These masculines are ready to do strange things. And with all this King of Pentacles energy that's been coming up, at some point they ready to give a little change too. And who can get mad at that? But we're not promoting prostitution here. We talking about a love connection. So I'm not talking about a transactional relationship where you're giving up some peaches and cream for a few coins. No. This is someone shifting their approach, someone who has elevated, grown, healed, and learned from their mistakes, their passions taking over, their shit popping off like a 3-alarm fire, hence the fire alarm. And yeah, they're ready to be more vulnerable, romantically, sexually, and all the things. And underneath that, let me turn this over, because I'm going to keep pulling these cards, yo. So you got Mooski, track star. She's a runner. She's a track star. She gonna run away when it gets hard. She can't take the pain. She can't get scarred. She hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't want to commit. Why take it this far? She gonna do the race, just not this one. Love is a game you used to cheer for. When I was down to talk, you weren't here for it. You leave a trail of heartbreak and heartache like it's cool. This was the masculine. Prior to this shift in perspective and seeing where they had you fucked up, he's a runner, he's a track star. He gonna run away when it gets hard. He can't take the pain, he can't get scarred. He gonna hurt anyone that gets involved. Don't want to commit, why take it this far? There was that commitment phobia, running. Oh my God, this woman is pulling at my heartstrings. I'm about to go in the opposite direction fast as hell. Because I ain't ready. I don't know what to do. Let me go ahead and do what I normally do when some shit like this approach. Let me go on self-sabotage. But that's okay. Because you know what I have learned in situations like this is not to point the finger and to still be like compassionate and forgiving toward the person, because they had to go learn their lessons. It's just like this thing I was watching the other day. I'm actually doing this, what is it called? The 55 Days of Christ Consciousness. The person who's doing it, her name is Gina Libido, something like that. Miss Gina, I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name, but she's doing such a random video that was on my YouTube feed. She's doing 55 Days of Christ Consciousness according to the Christ Consciousness Oracle deck, I think it is. And so I'm on the 3rd day of it. I'm going to follow it to the end of the 55 days. So that's going to be a part of my morning devotional every morning. And the other day, I think it was yesterday, I was talking about Judas as a catalyst. So yeah, the masculine made you feel like you were betrayed in some way or abandoned in some way. But honestly, they were just betraying and abandoning themselves, and they're seeing that now. And so when they were doing that running, it was just a catalyst for them to go get the healing that they need, to leave you at peace somewhat, to do the healing that you need. You know what I'm saying? If you've been worried about the connection in their absence, then you weren't completely at peace. But as a divine feminine, you know the end ain't the end until it's the end. You know what I'm saying? And so apparently it ain't over, sis. So you got this track star who ran, and then you got Tyrese. How you gonna act like that? We would sit and talk for hours about anything. Baby, you hang up. No, you hang up. On 3, hang up. I bought your whip. I paid your rent. I gave you everything. Said you'd always be my baby. Then you bounce. How you gonna up and leave me now? How you gonna act like that? How you gonna change it up? We just finished making up. How you gonna act like that? Tyrese, that's the masculine. Like, wait a minute. We was just having a good time, having a good conversation. We could sit and talk for hours about anything. We tapped in. We here. And you just gonna dip on me like that? You gonna pull a me on me? The fuck? I bought your whip, I paid your rent, I gave you everything. Whatever they feel like they contributed to the situation, they feel like, wait a minute, I did that, and then that's how you gonna do me? Not taking accountability for how they contributed to an uncomfortable situation, and you exercised your power of choice and you fell back. You fell back into, I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's this push-pull that the divine, the toxic masculinity brought forth. But just saw 7-Eleven. The rest of the messages are showing that the divine masculines have done the work and made up their mind, and they wanted to show up on some "I'll make love to you, peaches and greens, peaches and cream." What you know about love type shit. They ready. I love that for y'all. I'm gonna read this whatever message is meant to come forward from the whatever arises. Love That book by Matt Kahn, A Love Revolution That Begins With You. Because ultimately, sis, in terms of changing and shifting how love shows up in your life, that's what we've had to do. We've had to go through a complete evolution, a revolution, a full circle moment or cycles of changing how we love others as a result of how we love ourselves. And God has blessed me in this season to befriend so many younger women. Like, I have more younger women in my close my inner circle right now than I do women my age or the older women. And honey, the older women, a lot of times that don't mean shit, because sometimes they just is ignorant. Because they've gone through life not valuing themselves, not learning, not gaining wisdom to pass on to younger generations. And then the advice that they are giving is coming from a toxic place, because a lot of them are like conscious, but they have not done the work to work on their subconscious. And so they, to a wise woman, to a high priestess, to someone who's done their subconscious work, they look like fools. They sound like fools, because the fool archetype is just out here footloose, fancy free, and doing the most, especially in its shadow period, in its shadow state, but doesn't have much to offer or value. So the divine feminines need to hear the cycle of acquisition and elimination. I forgot y'all was there, shit. The cycle of acquisition and elimination. When the nervous system is overstimulated, the ego oscillates between cycles of acquisition and elimination. First, it seeks out more in an attempt to be farther away from the perceived hardship of less. Once it has satisfied a momentary hunger for more, it inevitably switches gears and uses the same seeking energy to eliminate things from its life. An example of this could be an insatiable desire for a soulmate relationship that is believed to be the remedy for loneliness. More often than not, the one seeking such a partner finds one. Maybe the romance lasts weeks, months, or even years, until the one who pursued a relationship so passionately now believes their happiness will be found in being single. Once they are single and available, they soon explore the possibilities of finding a different partner, repeating the same pattern, no matter how long the new relationship may or may not last. Of course, there are also people in relationships who would be much happier if they left. But when the cycle of acquisition and elimination continues in such a predictable, repetitive manner, it might be time to take a closer look at the forces that influence you. That's that high priestess energy. When this situation, when you're confronted with this situation of this person who just saw 11:11, who wants to take things to the next level with you, be it sexual, romantic, or whatever, you want to go within for your answers on how to move forward. It says you might even be reading this and thinking, I've become aware of these patterns and cycles, which is why I'm on a spiritual path attempting to resolve them. This can get even more frustrating when the very path you pursue to address the issues of the ego becomes a new way for the ego to reinvent itself. That's the shit I'm talking about when I'm talking about these older women who, they got experience, but they're not necessarily wise, because they don't take the time to explore these patterns and the spiritual aspects of what they've gone through. It can also become more complicated if a spiritual path teaches you to monitor or oppose your ego only to create a new spiritual persona that patrols your psyche to make sure no ego makes an appearance. That's the thing, y'all. We go through these ego deaths when we have our awakening and whatnot, only to, for many of us, if we don't continue to do that work, have a spiritual ego where we show up. Now we have some spiritual knowledge, and now we egoic about that. So we have to continue to do this work and explore those patterns and go within and go into high priestess mode and let our intuition and wisdom lead us in our decision making, especially as it relates to our love connections. Instead of overwhelming yourself by trying to keep it all straight or working so hard to do the right thing, I invite you to immerse yourself in love. No matter how many patterns, beliefs, judgments, or self-defeating habits remain active in you, the fact that you are here reading these words offers renewed hope that life is pointing you in a direction where your greatest success is ensured. By loving the one who can't do anything right, loving the one who feels like a failure, or even loving the one who is burdened by discontent that came up for the masculines. They were burdened by discontent, but that discontent has been the thing that has catalyzed them to search for and value, be grateful for contentment in themselves and the feminine. So therefore having a greater appreciation for the divine feminine energy. But it says you immediately turn a corner in the direction of true heartfelt relief. This is why I say you always deserve more love, not less. And that's why we ain't settling for less, because you always deserve more. This is so on point with what we've been talking about up to this point. By offering more love to your true innocent nature on a regular basis, the measurements of gains and losses, along with the patterns of acquisition and elimination, quickly fall apart. When you learn to operate from this Christ-conscious state of loving, you do eliminate this whole cycle of acquiring, fucking and sucking, a couple of dates or whatever, these temporary pleasures, and then eliminating. Oh, that does not stroke my ego, that does not fulfill me in some way, and I'm not getting the fulfillment internally from myself, and so I'm gonna kick this one to the curb, and then we're gonna open the door for another one, and then we're gonna go through the same cycle and do the same thing over and over. No, that's not how that works. Sometimes it's the right situation, but the conditions are not in alignment, and so you need to fall back until they do, because if it's meant for them to align, they will. In essence, being caught in patterns of ego creates the very discontent that an ego is trying to resolve. That is, until you directly address the core of human suffering by returning to love once and for all. Once you recognize each compulsion for more of this or less of that as ways in which your inner child cries out for love, a world of pain, stress, injustice, and antagonism becomes a reality of peace, freedom, inspiration, and joy. I so love this for us. I so love the way this affirms how we care for our inner child and get out of that push and pull of the runner chaser dynamic and this acquisition and elimination cycle that is recurring. And instead, we just surrender. We flow. We co-create through service and by being our loving selves. And we love ourselves by not settling for less than we deserve. Just our 1551, which also came up in the Divine Masculine reading. So again, Auntie Keita don't babysit. I hope this message found y'all well. If it did not find you well, I hope that it leaves you well. And until next time, y'all. Before I say anything, vulgar out the way. Peace.